The show features adults using adult language and discussing mature topics. You have been warned. And hey, we're live. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
That old chestnut. I haven't heard that joke in a minute.
Yeah. Usually I just started up unannounced.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we're all just ranting about some shit.
Yeah.
It just pops into life.
So, you know what? I'm going to do something else I haven't done in a while. Everybody roll d6. I'm going to pull an Aya.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
I rolled a 3.
I'm not good at this game.
I'll make this easy to know ahead of time. Actually, no,
I
won't,
rolled a
'cause
3.
You can fudge it.
I got a 5.
Okay.
3.
Okay.
2.
And then what's it called? Okay.
2.
Okay. Because I know one of you would be more okay with it, I'm going to go with Callie. What happened last time?
Okay. Oh, boy. Last time on Ghost of Saltmarsh, we met up with my boys, my Selkie friends, or my seal friends, and we learned Bryn was a Selkie, which was probably very obvious. But and then we kicked open the door to where they closed it off, and a bunch of gross stuff was there, and we spent a while trying to get that off of us. And then we found a dead guy. That's all I remember. And there was like a note written on the ground, and Kat decoded it, and we learned some stuff that I don't remember, and that's all. That's all I got.
Kat, do you remember?
I don't remember what the context was, but I remember that the code was "Beware the Sea Killers."
Yeah.
I assume the Sea Killers was the watery undead.
Yes. You guys also, because the seals, when they showed up, warned that they actually saw the attack the night before. And they told Bryn about it, like all these undead and stuff. And he knew where they were at, and you guys actually went to go investigate. And you found the wreck of the Tamarat, which is the pirate ship that you had read about in the library here at the very Hermitage. And Bryn had also known about, because it was a fairly famous pirate ship back in the day. Some nasty pirate captain who worships a demon lord called Orcus, who's all about undead. And you found the captain himself, along with his crew, and they didn't swim up to you guys. They floated on, or they didn't even float. They just were at the bottom of the ocean floor, looking up at you all menacingly, having nasty barnacles all over them. Kind of like the ones you saw on some of the corpses in the nets, but a lot worse. But then you guys got back, and it's not quite dark yet, but you guys got maybe like an hour before sunset. I think that's where we left off. Sekald took that. Yeah, there was a brooch in the room that was bricked up, and you guys opened it, and there were rats in there covered in, we'll just say filth, and the filth might have exploded everywhere, and it was gross. And there was a magical brooch in the filth, so I mean it wasn't fruitless.
We also made our way up. We decided that the best plan was to, at least for now, hole up in the upper floors of the Hermitage, because those are the most defendable places. And we're doing a quick roundabout of the upper floors. I think we left off still in the bell tower, where we found the unfortunate corpse of some poor soul that seemingly tried to hide from the undead, only to be greeted by Rasp after we pissed him off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On the map,
and I think we were talking
guys,
about checking out the other tower.
Yes.
On the other side of the building.
Yes, you were. On the maps I gave you, it's like the actual different floors I gave all the players. That one that has like third floor, fourth floor cellar, well, you guys are on the fourth floor part, because that tower is the tallest part of the place.
Okay.
So it's technically the fourth floor. The third floor is that same tower, but right below it. But half of the the top of the tower's gone because the bell kind of exploded. And then part of the tower collapsed on itself. So you guys head back down. Out of there. You go back into the hallway, move around. Oh yeah, there was a room with snakes in it. I do remember that. And you
Oh,
guys
yeah,
were like,
we were
we'll
like,
just let the snakes have it.
We're good.
Yeah.
Just close the door.
Yep.
They didn't attack you guys, but they were definitely like doing the snake thing where they're just like hissing and they're like, hey, back up. And you guys are like, yep, we'll back up.
You know what? There's nothing in here. You can just have it.
And then you guys go around the balcony up here that's above the foyer, which is the big open room in the middle of the place. And all the way at the other end of the balcony are 3 doors and an open doorway. And you know that the open doorway, since it's open, you can clearly see it goes into, it leads to the next tower. This is the second floor map. If you
I
guys
would
are
say
looking
let's
at
check
that.
out the tower first.
And you can clearly see
Agreed.
that whatever that room is that leads to the open tower, like the
Hallway.
floor is collapsed.
Oh,
Because you guys were already in the room below, so you already knew this.
I'm just gonna very carefully like walk across it, see if I think I can carry all of our weights.
Okay. It creaks,
Sounds
but it seems stable.
familiar.
Like this, a good narrow place to put zombies for lightning bolt.
Sekald, do you have a flashback of the mansion you guys originally explored together?
Yeah, and I'm hoping I don't find another cloak with yellow mold on it.
But there
Well,
are.
hopefully
but-
this time you'll be smart enough to poke it from a distance before you put it on.
Okay.
Or, go with the rest of the party.
That too. That too. Is there anything inside the tower that we can see?
You see that this used to be a small guard tower once abutted on the east side of the fortress. Part of the fortress wall has been knocked out to create an open doorway into the interior with a rackety-looking balcony beyond. Arrow slits around the tower give a view of the area outside the fortress, and stairs that access the tower door. A wind trap door is set into the floor, with a cloying odor rising from it. And a 10-foot ladder lies next to the trapdoor.
Oh, okay. So this is actually, it has 2 entrances from outside and then also from how we got in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But it
It's
smells.
still not terrible.
It smells like rotting fruit below it.
That's probably where they stored the food.
Oh, you know the attack was only yesterday.
This is not. Why is the food rotting if the attack was only yesterday?
I would like to make a perception check and see if this smells actually like rotting fruit or like something that's kind of like rotting
Yeah,
fruit.
Roll
I don't want to
advantage.
be a jerk, but I do feel like you said last time that you rolled around in the sand to close up your gills after the
We'll
sewage
say-
incident.
We'll say like washed off. You guys were in the water a
Okay.
whole bunch, so you guys
Okay.
just got back from your exploration of the Tamarat. So I think he's
Alright.
clean.
Okay,
Relatively.
so it's going to be a 26.
Okay. This smell, you actually recognize from the taverns and stuff that you visited here on the surface. This not only smells like rotting fruit, but it actually smells like you can smell like yeast and fermentation.
Oh, okay,
Smells
so it's like a
sweet mead or wine kind of.
okay, like a cidery or something.
Mhm.
Okay,
So they're brewing something.
but there's nothing else to do when you're in a hermitage except to read and drink. So they have to drink.
But you can
Fair.
definitely tell this is like it might have just started like a week or ago. Or
Rum
something.
is a fairly good way of preserving water. When mixed with it, grog and a little bit of lemon juice or lime juice is a good way to make sure nobody
But
gets scurvy on the long journey.
I think this is a really good spot. It'd be oh no, each square is 10 feet. We could all easily fit in here.
Yep.
Yeah, this place is like 20 feet wide.
Remember, this was a fortress before it's a hermitage, so it's
And
Pretty
then
spacious.
we can have like half of us defend the door and half of us defend the trapdoor.
Do any of you go open the trapdoor and or go downstairs? Okay, Axel. That heavy scent of fermentation fills this dark, windowless hole, and its walls are rough masonry and the floor is hard-packed earth. No, you use the ladder to get down there because there's no ladder for the trapdoor, and it is a 10-foot descent, so the ladder's like just big enough. And there's a table along the west wall that holds a collection of copper tubing and vats. Next to it are several casks.
I would like to investigate the casks.
Now that you're down here and you're actually a lot closer with your keen smell, you are actually smelling the cask furthest to the left, because there's 4 of them and they're all next to each other. The other 3, you definitely smell it's like some kind of wine. Those ones are definitely fermented.
Mm-hmm.
But they also, it's like, I don't know. The smell of wine would probably smell poisonous, because, you know, alcohol's technically poison.
I'm sure, like, he's been around enough taverns, though, to recognize the difference between, like, wine and almost vinegar.
The closest smell that you can think of is wine, but this is definitely, like, a wine made with something that you've never smelled of a wine made before. AKA, it doesn't seem to be from any grapes and stuff that you've experienced.
It's like a mixed fruit wine.
I was gonna say is I'll grab a cask,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
and I'll just like hoist it over his shoulder and be like, Josul, we got something for you to check out, man. And he'll like basically like press the thing and like try and get it over his head so they can.
I help get it out, and
That
I
will help.
Okay.
kind of get it situated somewhere, and I
There
safely remove the lid to smell it.
there are taps.
Oh,
So
there's
you
taps. Okay.
I
I use one of my cups that I always have with me because I eat and drink a lot, so I have one with me at all times. And I pour a little bit in there and kind of...
It pours out, and it's this very dark purplish liquid. Consistency of wine. Everyone
Does
else
it smell
smells...
like a pretty good bouquet?
Everyone else, it smells... It does not smell appealing.
So is it more like it's
like
uniquely
I would drink
appealing to
this?
the aquatics races, or
It definitely looks like something you would drink, but it's just... I don't know. It's almost like rot gut, but wine.
Cheap wine.
Smells bad.
Oh.
Card Bordeaux?
You can
Does
give me
this
a
smell
little
like
taste.
Amish table wine made from genuine Amish tables?
Did you want to like have a little taste to test the palate or whatever? Since you're
Yeah.
Mr. Connoisseur and it's wine.
I am a gourmand, so yeah.
Does anyone have cheese?
Does anyone have cure poison?
I have
was
cheese.
about to say,
I have
I
cheese.
thought Katie
I was
had
gonna
cheese.
say, I'm like, I feel like both Josul and Abby are foodies. I guarantee you, one, if not both of us, brought cheese.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Katie.
You can't have a proper lunch without some cheese.
No.
So
Right.
I have in my bag 3 loaves of bread, 5 hunks of cheese, 3 chunks of meat, and 15 bottles of fine wine.
What? How are you carrying this with you?
I have a bag of holding.
Very loudly.
Right.
Very loudly, yes.
Sorry.
No, it's a bag of holding. Heck yeah.
Am I loud? Am I too loud though?
No, you're fine.
No,
No,
you're
it's a
good.
bag of holding. I was kidding.
Oh, cool. Great.
15 bottles of wine where the very loudly came from.
Does it come with a wine rack in there, or just just rattling around like a Kroger bag?
Well, no, like they pop in, and I imagine they have their own little extra dimensional space. So bloop, one
It just
wine,
kind of
2
like
wine.
stops.
Yep.
Like you just reach in and it just kind of stops.
And when I
moving.
want it, I just think about what I want and reach in and boop,
Right.
wine.
It's not a haversack.
So, since you're just gonna barely taste it a little bit,
Yeah.
I'm still gonna need a con save. But
Oh.
I'm also gonna want a proficient intelligence check from you. Because this is your area of expertise.
It is. Well, let's see. The con save was a natural 20.
Okay. It was
And
it was surprisingly very toxic feeling. Like it did not
Very
agree
strong.
with your body at all.
Oh,
Like like just potent or like poison.
Like if your stomach wasn't as strong as it is, you probably would have immediately been like the hungover equivalent. Like it was just very nauseating.
well, I wouldn't recommend drinking it. something wrong with it.
And then,
Um,
what'd you get on the proficient intelligence?
Proficiency intelligence save is a 17.
Okay, this is definitely made with berries, but you know it's not traditional culinary berries.
There's
You,
something wrong with the berries this is made with.
but you're thinking if they made it with berries, they had to get the berries from somewhere. Maybe
Where
there's
did they
something
get
on the island.
Where did they get the berries from, I wonder? I wonder if they made poisonous wine by accident. I had a friend do that
Oh,
once.
They
He used
also had.
poison berries.
They also had people.
No, no, no.
come
I
and
said
deliver.
poison berry.
Right.
They also had people come and deliver food to them frequently. So
This is made with something not quite right. There must be some kind of fruit here on the island they made this with.
possibly.
Maybe something we overlooked.
While I'm
It's definitely homebrewed.
while I'm down in the brewery, I'm gonna like look around and see if there's any evidence of what they might have been sticking in the pot to make this mess.
Yeah, you find some leaves, actually, some dried leaves on the ground.
Okay. I will nibble on one of these investigatorily and
Con
save
save.
some to pass up to the others.
Actually,
Yeah,
are you immune to
I'm,
poison?
oh, I am immune to poison. In fact,
Okay,
paladin, yo.
then give me a nature check.
Okay.
I find it incredibly awkward that as the alchemist of the group, nobody's offering to hand these over to me for inspection.
That's next. I was just down there and I decided, well, why not?
Yeah, Josul just goes, this is clearly poison, and pours a little bit more into the cup and hands it to
Yeah.
Sekald.
So it's a 15 on the nature check.
This leaf definitely was poisonous.
Yeah. Okay.
And as you spit it out, whatever's left on your tongue, you just scrape it off your tongue. Definitely came from you. You're not familiar with the vegetation of the surface world very well, but these kind of leaves definitely come from vines. Vine.
Yeah. I'll like grab some of the others and I will be like, hey, does anybody know what this is? It's kind of nasty and poisonous. I don't recommend.
They're like
go eat.
ivy, like leaves.
I have medicine and survival. Can I try and identify them using one of them?
Yeah. Anyone who wants to, in good lighting, can.
Yeah, I'll
give
just, like,
either
throw the whole
survival
line out.
or nature check.
Called Josul
survival-
hands you a small sample of the poison wine. What do you think that's made out of?
Well, my first guess would be the leaves that are ringing around here.
Dirty 20 to identify those leaves.
Those come from an exotic plant that has some Latin name that I could make up, but I'm not going to. But it's more commonly known as assassin vines,
Oh no.
which you know in out of character definitely what these are. But we'll just say in character, for those that don't know, is these look like normal vines. But any creature that gets close enough to them, they actually unlatch themselves to the walls or whatever surface they're on, and they grab living targets. They're carnivorous plants. They don't have
They
like
hurt.
evil intent. It's just a thing, and they do grow berries on them.
What, if any, additional information could I glean from the cup that Josul just handed me?
If
It's
you
assassin wine
if you want
from
to
assassin vines.
Ew.
if you want to give me it's called an alchemy check, I can say that'd be a proficient intelligence.
I mean, would it glean any additional information? I mean, that's
Not any more than what they've already gotten, because all of them have already tasted it and stuff.
okay. Then what I would like to do is take what's in the cup and pour me a few vials to keep in my pack.
Okay, I mean there's 4
take the whole
casks of it
cask.
down there, so you can get as much.
Wait, are all the casks poisoned too? Like, do they all taste? Do they all smell the same?
Yeah, except for that last one. That last one's fresher. So that one's the one that smells rotten. The other ones smell like poisony wine.
Done. Okay. So all of these are the same like recipe. They didn't like have just one poison wine and the rest are fine.
From what you can tell, they all smell the same.
Why would they have a cask full of poison wine? Are they like a
Maybe they
suicide
didn't
cult
like
here?
visitors.
I mean, maybe. Wait a minute. Maybe they really like visitors.
Wait a minute. Do we know that it is actually poison and it's not just like you're not getting drunk off of it?
I mean, judging from the way that it made my tongue tingle and the way that normally I don't get poison, but that did not feel good to me.
It's
I don't
called
know how
just
you.
at the top of the tower, and he's just got his fold-out alchemical kit, got goggles on, and doing stuff. What'd you get on your alchemy check?
I am not certain because I accidentally opened up a different character.
Oh, whoops.
Whoops.
I was trying to check it on Demona. I'm like, wait, this can't be right.
Wait a
What
minute, this doesn't
is-
explode.
Which skill is alchemy part of?
It would be a proficient intelligence check.
Oh, I'm an idiot. That doesn't bode well for the roll now, does it?
Yeah, crafting checks are weird and fit.
But you're
19.
proficient, so.
18?
19.
19. Yeah, this is, for all intents and purposes, this is technically wine. It's just made with poisonous berries.
So it could poison a target if someone was to ingest
Yeah,
it somehow.
Yeah.
Being drunk also technically might poison a target.
It's, for out of character equivalent, it's the same as like whiskey with like rattlesnake venom. You know, it's like just like a,
It's got that added
it's
boost.
above and beyond, yeah, alcohol drink.
But it's not going to kill you.
It,
Right. I mean, alcohol could kill you if you drink enough of it.
yeah,
Wow.
it would
One
it
sip
would
ain't
kill
gonna
you
do
as
it.
much as alcohol
Right.
would.
Right.
Yeah.
Josul keeps the cask.
It must be an acquired taste.
I know
Somebody
all of
will pay
you.
for it.
I know all of you. Surprisingly, even Josul has never heard of this being attempted before.
I don't know anyone who've ever tried to make wine out of an assassin vine, but
We
it
could
might
market
go
it.
for a pretty penny if we
I was
sell it
gonna
on the
say,
market somewhere.
I would
How
like to
many
look for the
casks do you
recipe. I see 4 of them, and while I'm down there, I would like to look around and see if they've got a recipe written down somewhere.
Nope, there's literally nothing else down here.
Okay.
Sounds
There's
like they were
Copper
just winging it.
tubing, vats, and these casks.
Maybe the gourmand and the alchemist could work together and try and reverse engineer the recipe from the wine casks we have. We have a lot of experimental material to work with.
I'd be willing to work with you on that, Sekald, if you wanted to try to replicate it, or at least get it written down.
I will say down here, if you haven't want anything else to loot, technically I would say it's a brewer's kit is down here as well.
Sure.
So if
Yeah.
if any of you are proficient with that, as long as you got the supplies for it, you can easily replicate it.
And the answer to that is yes.
Yeah, I'll at their request, I'll start dismantling all the gear and just like overhead.
Yeah.
While
We,
the gents
we
are
take-
distracted,
Mhm.
Abby's going to ask if Bryn and Katie want to go check out the other rooms next door to this one.
Okay.
Because darkness is
Yes.
falling soon.
I helped take it apart, and I
Darkness
moved
is
the
falling.
casks to a safer place to store for now.
Okay.
I like that we're making sure we get the brewing equipment and the alcohol to safety before the battle.
Important.
I mean, we're going to
It's
sell
very
it eventually,
important.
so
I know,
yeah,
I love
it's
it.
super important.
The dwarves of Saltmarsh will appreciate that greatly.
Josul's a gourmand. The food is more important to him than anything else.
I love it. It's perfect.
I'll post up watching the tower while y'all are doing that, and the other 2 fellows are working on the wine bits.
All right, give me like athletics or acrobatics checks for those of you dismantling it, just to see how long it takes.
Okay. How many checks?
Just one.
Just one?
Yeah,
Okay.
Just to give me an idea.
Okay.
Josul's not much help.
15 plus something.
6.
Mm,
Plus athletics plus 8. 23.
Oh, sorry, 7.
okay.
17.
Axel, you're. Oh wait, how much skull? Sorry.
17.
Okay. So essentially, it's Sekald and Axel doing all the work, and Josul's
But-
just sitting there telling them how they should do it.
Josul like strains something, and then like he looks like he's okay, but like he tries to help, but doesn't really know where to start.
Oh, I was thinking
Like-
you actually are helping because you like know how to dismantle it properly or something. You know,
Right.
so
I'm just
you're
down
still
here.
helping. You're just not helping physically.
Yeah, no, that comes apart.
Well, I imagine it's like you've got to like holler instructions down here because it's harder for you to get down the hole,
Yeah,
and you're just
'cause I
like,
can't fit down the trap hole. It's like in the cartoons, you see some really, really wide character try to fit down a really tiny hole and they get stuck. That would be Josul trying to go down the trap hole.
Just your
and just
tail.
get stuck.
You're the Winnie
Yeah.
the Pooh in the beehive.
Yes, it would be Winnie Pooh in the beehive.
You're the dragon in Wind Waker.
Yes.
Because your tails. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway.
Stuck. Yeah.
So this, I'm going to say, because you guys rolled really well, it's only going to take a half hour. You guys to dismantle it and move it all. It's still a lot of work. So that's... but the rest of you go to explore... which door? You passed one of the doors. The other door was at the end of the balcony. It's for the second floor map. Pretty much, I'm asking if you would like to take the bottom right room or the top middle room.
Yeah, I'll say let's do the bottom right one because that's going to be closer to the tower.
Yeah. Okay. You go to open it, and the door to this chamber. Oh.
And
Apparently,
goblins.
the door was supposed to be hanging open, but whatever.
Oh, whoops. Maybe it was just a little tiny bit.
And has a detached head of a mace on the floor, acting as a doorstop. The room is modestly furnished with a cot, table, chest, and chair. An oddly shaped basin rests on the table, with a small piece of mirror hanging on the wall above it.
What's in the chest?
You go over to the chest, and you go to open it, and it is unlocked. And you notice that it contains a selection of threadbare garments and worn sandals. It also holds a religious icon set with 14 small diamonds, 2 blocks of
careful of the
amber,
mold.
and what it looks like a wooden token with an anchor on it.
Don't flip it.
Is the
Sorry.
icon, is it a holy holy symbol of Procan?
Yeah, we'll say so. They just say religious icon, so
Okay.
it would make the most sense here.
All right.
The 14 small diamonds are worth 100 GP each.
I'll put that in my pocket.
In the 2
Because
blocks
as much
of...
as I don't like the idea of desecrating another god's holy icon, I also like the idea of not dying. And I have several spells that are fueled by powdered diamond.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
I more believe that while symbols are great, I don't think if God's worried too much about the fact that a man-made symbol is going to get wrecked by somebody, that's their problem.
Yeah, agree.
Also, if this were a holy place, the god probably wouldn't have let the undead come in unless the god was
It's
evil.
not.
So,
It's the principle of the fact of being polite to showing honor to the
I
gods.
mean, if we were in Theros, I would worry about that.
It's not because I expect them to smite me. It's because Abby likes to be a good person and respect the gods because they give her good things. Or at least her.
Since you guys are getting the stuff out of this room, you notice that the metal basin on the table holds water, and there's a bronze straight razor next to it. And Abby, you notice that the basin itself is an upturned helmet, bearing images of dolphins on it.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh.
Is that a magic item?
That's what I was just wondering. I don't have detect magic. I'm gonna say we should maybe bring this with us. It looks kind of cool. Sekald might be able to tell if it's magical.
Katie will go pick it up.
Okay, it's filled with water.
I tip the water out onto the floor.
Out the window!
What?
There's
Oh,
a window right there.
it's too late. It's
too
the
late.
floor
Yeah,
is
I was
wet.
about to say too late. Just
I'll just
You
press
born
to
in a-
digitate the water away.
the rest,
Well, you guys-
the
gonna
rest
say
of
were
you
you
while
born
you're
in a barn,
the
but
rest
Yeah.
of you, while you're dismantling the brewer's kit, just hears
You were
like a
born in
huge
the ocean.
splash in the room nearby.
I put the helmet on.
presto.
I want to see what it looks like in the mirror.
Imagine, imagine a mix between like a Greek Spartan-esque helm, but it's got dolphins on it,
I love it.
and
Like
it doesn't have the
helmet of
feathered
Poseidon.
mohawk thing going.
Like a Greek helmet of Poseidon.
Yeah, actually.
I'm gonna continue to wear it for now.
Okay.
So just as a note, I remember all of you asking after the whole filth kerfuffle. Apparently I do have prestidigitation.
Oh.
You just wanted us to go in the water.
I mean, I kind of glanced over it and didn't read it properly.
It happens.
Let's
It
see where that
happens.
water goes.
Wizards are more prone to that than other characters, so it happens.
Oh no, where did I spill the water to?
Oh boy. Okay, so you checked out that room. That was pretty much everything in that room.
Before we leave, Abby's keeping like glancing out the window every now and then just to make sure that we're still alone on this island.
This part of the island is in shadow when you're looking out there because the sun is heading towards the horizon.
Light on the holy symbol.
You don't perception check since you're really looking.
Ooh. Dirty 20.
You don't really see anything out of the ordinary out there yet.
Okay.
So you all leave that room, and then you're going to check out that top middle room.
Yeah.
I would say at this point, the guys are done with the brewers thing. And I'll say you guys have moved all that stuff into... Actually, where would you guys want to move that stuff?
Somewhere safe where we can take it with us when we're done.
I mean, honestly, the
Because
corner
we're going
of
to take
the
it with us
tower
eventually, but right
doesn't
now we
seem
have
like
to
a
put it
terrible
somewhere
idea.
safe because we're about to get into a fight.
So you just
With
keep
a
it up
legion
here
one day.
in the upper part of this tower?
Actually, maybe this other room that we were just in. It still has a
The little
door,
shrine
even if
room?
the door is broken. It looks more like a honestly, it looked more like a bedroom for like whoever was in charge of this place to me, because it had a bed, right?
Yeah, it just definitely looked like a room for whoever was in charge.
Yeah.
You notice that
Like
Put
an
it in the
actual
corner there,
bed,
and we
not
can
like a
just
pile of
wedge the
straw.
door.
You notice the floor is wet when you guys enter.
Oh no, I prestoed it up
Oh, never mind.
because I asked if Katie was born in the barn, and then I was like, "No, you dumbass, she was born in the ocean."
Water's fine. It's normal.
Yeah,
Oh.
we'll put it all in there and just pull the rickety door shut.
We're gonna go check the other room there.
I guess since you guys are really looking through here, you found the other end of the mace underneath the cot of the bed, the broken handle part of the mace.
Does this look like your average mace, like it's not really special in any way? Or does it look like these are like decorative and fairly important looking?
It looks like a normal mace.
Okay. Well, I
A
leave them
a
there.
broken one, anyway.
Yeah. Nah, I'm not a blacksmith. I leave them there.
Right. So the next room, the top middle room, at the end of the balcony, arrow slits set along the walls of this chamber, making it a bit drafty. Murder holes open up in the center of the floor, overlooking the entryway into the level below. A fireplace is set into the south wall with a dusty iron kettle close by. A trapdoor is set into the floor at the end of this chamber.
I have a really bad idea. No, I'm gonna save that.
Worse than Katie's.
Wait, what bad idea did I have?
No.
Which one do
it's
you want me to
definitely
list?
much more of a Sekald idea.
Alphabetical,
offense.
chronological.
Huh?
To Katie's question.
It's just
No.
like, wait, did I have a bad idea? And Josul goes, which one do you want me to list? And then Sekald goes, alphabetical, chronological.
That's fair.
I want to hear the idea.
And it looks like this is just like a meeting room or something. There's like tables in here.
There's a table with a dusty iron kettle on it. On close inspection, you notice that the spout end of the kettle has very old oil, corroded oil on it.
So this is...
And I'll say, those of you with any war proficiencies and stuff would think that this probably was a defensive outlook, and the oil was boiled in this kettle, and, you know, the murder holes for splashing the hot oil down.
That's what I was thinking, except both Abby and Katrina know nothing about the actual tactics of war and was thinking of lantern oil, which is combustible, and of which Katie has a fuckload.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's none left in the kettle.
No, but Katie has a lot of it.
And
This
there's
is what
trapdoor on the far end, and it smells
Yeah, that's why I
horrible.
said it was a bad idea, because then the flaming oil would land on the ground, which is right outside the building that we're inside of.
You don't
Were
even
you going
need
to
to
say
open
Sekald?
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, Sekald. Sorry.
It wasn't too much. It's just that even with the murder hole for the oil, even if they didn't have any oil reserves or they spent it, you could still fire arrows down that.
Oh yeah, it
Or
has
in
arrow
instance-
slits too.
Magic spells.
Yeah.
Right.
And Bryn with her magic bolts.
The trapdoor you don't even need to open. The smell immediately gives away where it goes. It goes into the room that you guys broke down the brick wall from.
Looks like this was the toilet.
And on a
Guess we
quick,
didn't need to break the brick wall.
on a quick inspection, you can quickly tell that the hermits here would just use this room to move all the way to the other end of the trapdoor, open it, and put the contents in there.
Cool. Great.
That's really shitty.
Literally.
That's-
Not metaphorically, literally.
Oh, hey, Katie. You have tons of lanterns, right? Let's light this place up so we can actually see what we're doing in here.
Okay.
Everybody dies. Oh.
Well,
No,
I
like
ta-
place lanterns at each of the places where we think are really good defensible positions. That we
Yeah,
can
but if the
actually
midden is
see.
open, there's like all kind of like poo gas leaking out. So you start a fire in there and just.
To be fair, Scotty, I am a walking fire extinguisher.
Also, like they have to be able to take a shit at night, so presumably they were able to have lit candles in here anyway.
all right.
Also,
I
all the
s-
methane gas got released downstairs.
I take out the 9 lanterns that I still carry, plus my ever-burning torch.
Mm-mm, it's an ever-burning lantern.
Okay, so 10 lanterns. 10.
Where's the highest? That goes to Axel. Axel,
Yes.
you hear footsteps down on the ground floor.
Uh-oh. Do they sound
Just barely over everyone else's commotion.
Yo, just do you hear that?
Hear it?
There's footsteps.
Perception rolls.
I pull out my weapon.
I
Yeah, that
freeze. I
tracks.
freeze, holding about 4 of the 10 lanterns still in my arms.
Nat
I got
20
it.
for a
Sick.
27.
What was 27? Holy crud! What was Abby's?
6.
Nice.
16.
This was what, perception?
Yes, I was gonna joke Abby couldn't hear because of the helmet, but she's not the one wearing the helmet.
I'm the one with the helmet.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
wearing full plate. I might be wearing a helmet.
I'm putting
You-
that
you
dice
probably
over
are.
here now.
Good dice.
Let him cool off.
Perception. Uh-oh.
That'd be
I
really
rolled a 10, so 14.
That'd be really cool to get some thermal reacting paint dice or whatever, where like
Oh,
touch
right.
it long enough it like changes color.
Sure.
While we're determining what we see,
Anyway.
I have to share this. It's really cute. He stole my blanket.
Oh.
Oh.
What did Bryn get?
8.
Okay. And Sekald?
19.
Okay. Sekald and Axel.
A new hand touches the beacon.
And
Nice.
yeets it down the mountain.
I wish. Can't get rid of its damn quest item. Anyway,
There
Was
are
for a
monsters-
you
yeet.
you
Yeah.
both notice that the footsteps are really quiet, like somebody's trying to be quiet. And it sounds like it's coming from the kitchen area. One set of footsteps.
The area that was filled to the brim with rats.
No.
No, that was the barracks. The
right.
kitchen was just like wrecked. It was destroyed.
The kitchen, if you're looking on the first floor, is the I'm looking at the second floor. No wonder that confused me. At the bottom of the stairs, there's that door immediately to the left. That goes into like the dining room area, and then the room past that was the kitchen.
Yeah, it's actually on the other side of the wall of the tower, which is probably why we heard it so easily.
You
Yeah,
guys are on the
so-
other side of the building upstairs, so that was actually pretty good ears.
Yeah,
Well,
it
yeah,
won't
but
be
we're
me for
one
sneaking
floor
up on
up.
anybody.
Nearby.
So what do you all do?
Where is it?
It's in the kitchen.
Do you guys just like put on a green helmet and just go? Or
Pretty much.
I
I mean,
my
if I
plan.
had one of those, yes, I would, but we don't. So
I'll put on the Chol mask, yeah.
I'm sorry, Scotty. I now have an image of Sekald in, I can't remember the name of the movie, zombie movie where he literally cocked a shovel, and I'm seeing Sekald
Oh,
doing that
that's
with the
Shaun
child.
of the
Scary
Dead.
Movie
Evil
3.
Dead.
Or Scary Movie 3.
You know, it was one of the Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the
Okay.
Dead. I was
Oh,
going to
Shaun
say,
of the
I think that was the one with the shovel I remember. Was Shaun of the Dead.
I want that shovel.
And now you have me thinking of Sekald doing that with the trident. So thank you for that.
I quickly put my lanterns back in my bag.
What did the rest of you do?
I ready for combat. I get my weapon ready, and I start looking around for good places to chokehold stuff, like put like a defensive position.
Yeah, I guess we should all retreat back to the tower. Half of us doing around the trapdoor, the other half at the
The
main
second you
entryway
all
to
start
the second
moving,
floor.
the second you all start moving and stuff and heading towards the tower, quickly you hear in the kitchen area like quick movement and then nothing. Seemed to go back into the kitchen, like it was heading out of it, and goes back
How
in.
big did these footsteps sound, Axel?
Like one person maybe.
He's like a normal, like regular sized individual. I'm sorry, a medium sized individual.
Why don't you stay here and I go see what it is?
Invisibility potion. And you should have somebody else with you just in case.
Somebody else that's very good at stealth.
It's not me.
If
This
only
causes me actual pain, but Katie is actually the stealthiest of us. Except maybe Bryn. Are you quiet?
and might
Aw.
be and might be a monk. If only we had a stealthy monk in the group.
Yeah, I know. It's just like bad decisions and
Alright.
pincushion.
Um,
So I'm scared.
Josul begins moving silently with a 26 on my stealth check.
Wow,
Quick
what did Katie
question.
get? Oh,
Katie?
Yes, sir.
I was just going to ask, what's your stealth bonus, if you don't mind me asking?
Mine's
11.
mine's a +9.
I'm right behind you guys then.
Katie will follow with a stealth of 23.
What direction are you guys going? Are you going through the building or outside?
they have to head down the balcony stairs
Hmm.
to get to it.
They can't go down through the trapdoor and then go around through the front.
No, you have to go back out in the balcony because you guys are on the second floor and that's where the balcony's at, which is the stairway.
Oh, okay.
And
I
where
thought
is-
there was a trapdoor that led down to the like wine cellar area.
Yeah, and there's no doors down there to go out.
And the
Oh,
kitchen
Okay.
the kitchen is on the first floor?
Yes.
Yeah.
All
Which
the way
room
to the
is
left.
it on? To the far left with the
South-
fireplace?
Yeah, the southwest. Yeah.
Yeah, with all the broken tables.
Hmm.
So both of you sneak around. Be careful not to make a sound, and then you don't touch
Mhm.
anything.
Yep.
And, why am I meanie today? I don't know. But anyway, you guys Robbie rotten your way into that room, and then you head back in to the kitchen area.
I believe I didn't catch that.
Oh, I cut every reference.
Yeah, Blake,
So mad.
Blake's just used to it. He's like, God, whatever, Scott. Fine.
I'm like, okay.
That's Lazy Town. I should know.
I
My brand.
was hoping somebody would have got a low roll, because then I could have been like, no, don't touch that. Anyway,
No, don't touch that.
you head into this room, and it looks like most of the supplies here are strewn all over the floor. I'm just rereading the room for you. This is like the storage area of the kitchen. My bad. The previous room was the kitchen. This is the larder. Walls of this room were once covered with rows upon rows of wooden shelves holding boxes of foodstuffs, but most of the supplies have been strewn across the floor. A few sausages still hang on hooks on the ceiling rafters. An undisturbed bin of potatoes is scooted up against the rear face of the kitchen's brick hearth. I'll have both of you roll me investigation check if you guys search around.
Investigation's intelligence based, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Really should just like write this down, even though it's not a skill. 22.
11.
Okay. Katie, you're looking around and you're like, what the heck made that noise? Could have been a mouse, but mouse would not be that loud.
Must be this helmet.
Yeah. And the soul quickly finds that the back slates of the potato bin, there seems to be a secret door.
I stealthily opened the door.
You open, when I say door, I mean it's like part of the wall that you can just take
Oh,
out.
yeah.
And so you move the potatoes aside, and I'll say you guys are still stealthing, and you gently open it up. And when you go to open up, you notice that the inside of here, the hearth, is hollow,
Oh,
and it seems to lead downwards. Stairway leads into the cellar.
hmm.
And you both hear shuffling down there for just a moment.
Abby's nervous because they've been gone for a while, so she's like creeping down and looking down the balcony into the
Okay.
main room, but can't
I
see
look
fucking
over
anything.
at Katie and I go, and I have my weapon ready, and I send her first.
There is a light. There is a light source down there.
I know how this works. I've done this twice already. I'm not doing it a third time. This is totally how Josul's doing this. Oh, okay, great. Somebody else is stealthy. You go first.
Mhm.
I'm gonna quietly go and I'm gonna descend down very quietly.
Okay.
And I kind of cover her while going down as quietly as I can, being a merman going down a ladder. I just want to point out the physics of that to D&D, how everything's ladder-based and some people don't have legs.
No, these are like stairs, so it's just thump,
Oh,
thump, thump.
thank God. That's way easier to imagine stealthing.
Or sorry, dun, 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 when you just slide down.
Yeah. He's quite blubbery. It's probably just like an ooze, like a slow ooze down.
This room should be right here. Here it is. Oh no, sorry, it isn't stairs. Oh yeah, I'm making it stairs. Stairs lead down from the larder into this musty subterranean chamber, enclosed by rough masonry walls. 3 trembling figures are huddled against the far wall, sharing the chamber with the dusty, deteriorated remains of an armored corpse. The body's sightless eye sockets stare up blankly, and a small silver disc is clutched in one of its skeletal hands. A horizontal crevice between the 2 blocks of the south wall glows with the faint daylight, marking a narrow opening that leads outside the fortress.
I point at the dead body and look at the 3 huddling figures and go, "Did you kill him?"
They just notice you as you snuck down here, and the one is a lady, and she screams, and the rest of you hear a lady scream.
What the
Oops.
fuck?
It's time to go.
Abby starts running down the stairs.
I follow
Whoa,
Abby.
Screaming? Why are you screaming? I just wanted to know if you killed him.
Actually,
and
how
she's,
far down
And
is
she's
the...
pointing a mace at you, almost like it's a dagger, but it's just a mace.
Like holding it out in front of her, like
Yeah, like trying to keep between you and her.
Katie stands there, no weapons in hand, even though my hands are my weapons. But I hold my hand. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa! I
Since
just
you're-
want to know if you killed the guy.
Since you're down here, the 3 that you see down here, female human with a mace screaming at you, a male human who looks very ill, and a male dwarf down here as well, who looks kind of sweaty.
Hi. Don't eat for weapon. I mean, I'm armed, but I'm not going for a weapon here. I'm just.
She stopped screaming, and it was just like, oh God. Oh, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
sorry, I forgot. I was being very quiet.
Pardon my abyssal.
Oh. Yeah, sorry about that. Probably I wasn't making noise, and then I made. Yeah, sorry. Should have maybe announced sooner.
Did you
Question
come
to
here to
Scott,
rescue us?
How far down is the balcony to the first floor?
Oh no.
About 10 feet. 15 feet.
Ah,
If you intentionally jump, don't you treat the jump as 10 feet shorter?
No. If you
It's not
make
really
your
a thing in
if you make
5e.
your
Well,
acrobatics,
gosh darn it.
my
I'm gonna try it. 'cause
homebrew is like if you make an acrobatics check, it removes like a 10 feet of the damage.
Abby's
Oh,
gonna
okay.
try it because she doesn't know that they're not dying and she's scared.
Okay, give me acrobatics. That's more of just making sure you land.
Sure.
Correctly.
This is
Abby
gonna go
runs out of the
great.
room and just goes over the balcony.
No, I was standing over the balcony. She just fucking vaults it and comes to running to your aid and actually is like pretty not terrible. That's a 16.
Okay, you do a forward single roll and you don't take any damage.
So
And you're the first one. And you're the first one down there besides Josul.
clatter of pots and pans as
Yeah.
Abby runs into the room.
Cascades behind the very fat, stealthy merchant that has not revealed his presence yet to the rest of the people in the room.
Love how Josul just sort of disappears into the foreground.
Yeah. It's hard to tell
You don't see
if
Josul,
Katie's standing with
and
a wall
Josul-
behind her or if there's a blubbering merman there. It's really
Yeah.
difficult to tell the difference.
You can't find Josul, but like the room's of larder and it's a mess with food, right? He's just conveniently, his giant blob
Just-
form is hiding behind that one row of sausages that's hanging, and you just
Yeah,
can't see
that
him.
nobody notices.
Mhm.
Can I use athletics for my landing check?
Sure.
Okay. So yeah, Axel, like you hear like, and then he just basically comes like running from down the corridor right behind where Abby came, and like he doesn't vault so much as just run onto, and then like he tries to do the superhero landing, like hammer first.
Oh no, don't do that. That destroys your
And
knee.
He hit. I got a
For
22 on my
superheroes, it's
check.
fine.
Super landing. He's gonna do super landing. It's really bad on the knees.
I would
What-
like to say that
If you've ever actually tried to attempt it without actually falling at all, it hurts
yeah.
your
It's
knee.
terrible.
It's
So-
so bad.
I would like to say I'm sure all of these armored people jumping make noise. Katie looks up at the ceiling. It says, "Please don't panic. My friends probably think that I've done something stupid."
You haven't even finished. Please don't panic, and Abby's like already there because
What's happening? What's up?
because they're going as fast as they can. Axel, what did you?
Okay. Yeah, they
Yeah.
think I did
So
something
it was
stupid.
a 22 on my on the
Yeah.
check to land that. So basically, you've got like
You hit a
you've got
table, and the
Katie, then-
table cushions your fall and just breaks, and then you go.
yeah.
So, just because everybody else is doing this, it's called Misty Steps Down.
That's very wizard. That's
Yeah.
very good. That's very good. Everyone else is like, look what I can do with my body, and you're like, ha, magic.
Can
I'm
I
not spraining my
use the
ankles. I need
stairs?
them to get the books later. I'm gonna read.
just imagine Sekald misty stepping and moving like breakables off the table as Axel hits the table seconds later.
Bryn is just Knuckles. Like everyone else is Sonic and Tails, and they just heck and zoom, and then just Knuckles just shows up. Hey,
I was like right behind Abby, but like everybody's jumping in front of me. I'm like, okay, I
Sorry.
guess I'll use the stairs.
I have had issues with people dying when they sneak off, so I'm concerned.
Yeah, she has. It was me a couple times. Hence the reason I sent Katie
And then it was
first.
Katie a couple of times. And then it was both of you a couple of times.
Yeah, we're both
Um,
very good at that, Katie.
these three like flinch down here, Katie, from the noise.
Yeah,
Each
don't
time
know,
everyone
don't
jumps
worry.
down from the balcony.
Sorry, just nope, that's probably Axel.
So these
Yep.
look like civilians.
And you guys, and then that's when everybody else shows up.
Hi, these are my friends.
Hi.
The lady, the human lady, is clearly a cleric of Procan.
What are you all doing here?
And the other
You've been
two
hiding
just seem
down
like
here
they're
the whole
hermits.
time?
Yeah.
Just deep breaths. I know it's
Yeah.
overwhelming.
Yeah.
We're-
yeah, we everything's fucked up there. This is the door. Ugh.
Yeah.
So how
Yeah,
did the
a little bit.
shadowy legion of undead miss you?
Well,
The shadows say.
Well, unlike
this
you,
looks
unlike
like a
you,
secret door.
unlike you tarts, we were quiet.
Right? I know they're pretty
Until I
loud.
said something, I don't think any of you even knew I was here.
What
For
did you
the
call
record.
us?
That's when Josul just shows up.
But yeah, just show just out of the shadows. Just
I'm
the stray
3
sausage
feet of
link moves
glowy
and-
metal.
and
I'm not
suddenly you can-
stealth is not my strong suit. I'm aware of this.
I'm sorry, Pink Man. I've just been through a lot.
We're holding up in the tower if you guys want to join
heart
us.
is a dessert.
The tower.
Axel.
Yeah,
and then
it's
and then the lady says-
larder, actually.
The lady
I
says,
think.
Aaron went up there. Is Aaron okay?
No, I don't
He
think
went
so.
to ring the bell when they were going to bring supplies this morning.
Oh shit.
Oh, it got wrong, but
There was
your friend-
something else that up there that killed him before we got here, unfortunately.
yeah, he had a very very raspy throat.
But we did kill
She
the
takes some
thing that
salt
killed
out
him.
of like a component pouch and she throws it over her shoulder and it's like, may he rest in peace.
Have food and water upstairs and blankets if you guys are cold or anything.
Oh, but
Also,
It's
who
al-
made
it's almost
the
dark.
wine out of the assassin vines?
oh,
That's
that,
why we're.
that was. They would know the name. Give me a moment.
That's why we're in the larder. We
Mhm.
figure it's very defendable and easy to bottleneck
Technically, this is
anything that comes
defendable
up.
down here too, but not as well
Yes,
as
but
the
it doesn't have
tower.
any exits.
Right. The tower is more defendable.
Yeah. If we get swarmed up from from one direction in the tower, we can cast Featherfall and go down the balcony.
There's sunlight over there. I point
There's
to the
what?
sunlight. Look, well, a little bit. A crack in the wall back there.
Talos, the druid here, has a bunch of assassin vines. He makes wine out of their berries. He's very strange. I don't think he survived, though.
I would
I'm
say
guessing
not.
not,
He's been
since
drinking
you are the
poison
only
wine.
three living things we've
Hang on,
seen here
though.
that hasn't tried to kill us.
When you say sunlight, isn't it getting toward sunset already? Is it like just a crack in the wall,
She looks
or
out the
is
crack
it?
of the wall, and it's like very faded
Oh, okay.
light. This is on
Okay.
the west side of the building, so it's actually like
Yeah.
the horizon would be. The sun would be
Yeah,
on the horizon that side. But yes, if you have food, these both need it dearly. I'm all spent on magic.
I
Procaine
look
isn't
up at the
answering my
very
calls.
sickly guy and I go, "Are you gonna make it?"
Well, this might help, and Abby's gonna pull out the holy symbol of Procan from upstairs and hand it to her.
Oh, thank you. I knew I left that somewhere.
Come on, let's get you guys upstairs where it's safer.
No, I'm not going up there.
Hey, inside check this lady.
Yeah, sure.
I just want to vibe check her. Something doesn't seem right.
You
Vibe check.
maul to her face. I check.
It's a 14. No, 15. 15.
15? She seems like she's got... I want to say shell shock, but it's definitely more of like... She's borderline insane, and just like... Feels like if she leaves this room, she's gonna die.
Yeah.
The benefit of being upstairs is that there's another exit. If
None of them
the
can get
undead-
in. None of them can get down here.
If
None
they
of them can get
do,
down here.
you're trapped. If you want to stay here, that's fine. I just wanted to offer it. We'll bring you food and water for now if you want to stay.
Wait, I got food. I open my bag. I take out the 3 pieces, the like chunks of meat,
It would help.
and them.
It would help Barrett and Morley a lot. And seeming to react to the name Morley, the dwarf says, yeah, my stomach's been growling for a bit. That would give away
Okay.
your position.
Well, here's some meat. I give them 3 chunks of meat. Here's a loaf of bread. Here's 2 hunks of cheese, and here's 2 bottles of nice wine. Ta-da!
The dwarf just is like, not ale.
Ale. Let me see. Do I have any
And he
ale
just
in here?
drinks. He downs the whole bottle of wine.
I start digging through, looking to see if I brought any ale just in case. Ale. No maps. Oh, there's a lantern. Nope, not a lantern. No, you don't want holy water. Yeah, no ale. Sorry.
Everyone give me intelligence checks. This is not proficient.
Mm-hmm.
This is more like an info
19.
recall.
19.
Oh,
Hmm.
21.
14.
23.
24.
Wait,
I-
what?
What?
What did you say, Sekald?
24.
Oh, I heard 27, and I'm like, that doesn't seem right.
It's
I
called
rolled a
just
nat
like
20.
I remember everything.
Blessing and a curse.
You're thinking this lady might be a friend of Welgar Brinehand, that cleric of Procan that you guys talked to in Saltmarsh. The one he actually asked you to find. The whole reason you're here.
I think we might know a friend of yours back from Saltmarsh. And I'd say his name, Welgar.
Yeah. Oh.
We're gonna do everything we can to make sure that.
Thank Procan that he sent you.
We're gonna do everything we can to make sure you guys get off this island safe. In the
have a boat?
meantime, we do. It'll be back soon. We
How
just have to
soon?
make it through the night.
She just like looks away from you and just stares into space. We're all
Hey.
gonna die down here.
We're not gonna die. You are not going to die. Here, and I'm giving her a torch.
I don't
And
think
Abby's
you know
gonna
what we've been
untie
through already.
a little necklace from around her neck, and it's a little pouch. It's gonna take you an hour to use this, and I'm trusting you do not lose it. It is very expensive. It will give you 1 spell back.
I'm glad
And I give
somebody
her my
caught my
pearl of
reference.
power.
Oh. She recognizes what it is. She says, "Thank you."
Okay. I think
Is there
we're
anything-
gonna close up.
Is there anything any of you could do for Barrett?
Is he hurt or just starving?
You look down at him and you notice that he has these horrible blemishes all over his face. These barnacles of a nasty bluish tinge of pus seems to be coming out of them on him.
Can I do a medicine check?
Yeah.
Same.
Does that look a lot like the undead we saw?
That looks like the corpses that you guys had in the nets.
Did the undead we saw look like that as well?
Yeah, but it was like their whole body.
Okay. Great. Super.
Well, I got a 4 on that roll.
I got an 18.
Good.
This definitely appears to be some kind of disease, a very deadly disease. This man is at... You're not sure if he's near death or what, but it's definitely it's definitely affecting his well-being. As in, you didn't get high enough, but I'm gonna say it's doing ability score damage to him.
All right. What are you saying, Axel?
I don't know. Do you think I could help this man? He is still alive, and this is a sickness, yes?
Can you remove his disease?
I can certainly try.
Are you using a spell
Might be
or one
worth
of
a
your
shot.
No, my
lay on
my
hands?
my oath gives me the ability to cure diseases if I lay hands on people.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
we have a paladin. Yes, please, she says. Please use your abilities. Would be very much in your debt.
May the ocean tides wash away the sickness from your friend, as he lays on hands for 5 to cure disease.
Okay. I'll tell you all out of character. He has lost 4 points in Constitution and Charisma, which is still gone, but all the barnacles vanish off his body.
Oof.
I suspect your friend will need further attention, but I think he is now out of immediate danger.
Yes.
He probably should get some sleep and some good food.
You notice that the dwarf has these barnacles as well, but he's nowhere near as bad as this guy was.
If you should survive the night, I think I shall get you tomorrow.
Both of them, especially since Abby got pretty good on her medicine check, were injured. Both of them had cut marks on them, or possibly
Oh,
blades.
No.
What cut you?
Those things that attacked last night.
What did
So
they
they
cut
make
you
more
with?
of their own kind by killing people
Swords
with their
or
blades.
claws?
Swords.
Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe
I
we should
woke up
just
and I was
leave
in here.
now.
Hey, can you do any of that stuff on me, pink guy? This is the dwarf.
Actually, you know what? I have quite a few levels of paladin now, so I do have enough to spare.
I do have a couple of lesser restorations I could do if you're tapped.
No, it's okay. As I was trying to be a little conservative, but I think perhaps it might be safer if we just go ahead and knock this out tonight.
Yeah.
let him get on the road to recovery.
I don't want them to get any worse.
No, and so saying, he'll go over and he'll repeat the little brief benediction and lay hands on the dwarf.
And
What about you? I look over to the cleric.
he goes,
Are you injured?
She says, no. Rokan protected me. They tried to get in last night, but they couldn't find the way in.
So called
Well,
your
we
dark
have two
vision is
choices.
the best. Do you
Wait
want
the
to keep?
night out or leave now.
Do you mind
Uh,
keeping watch while we're chatting?
If we can, I think we should leave now. If you have a boat.
There's
The boat can't get here
Ma'am.
until tomorrow.
Then we should stay down here. Close it up again. They can't get in here. They tried last
What were you
night and
trying
they
to
weren't
say,
able
Bryn?
to. Somehow they knew where we were. Almost like they could sense things that weren't them.
Maybe
They have
they
definitely
can
some
sense
form
the
of
living.
undead I have never encountered before. Any of my teachings.
Keep your holy symbols ready. Perhaps we can ward them away with those.
What were you trying to say, Bryn?
nothing.
I think she was just saying there's no boat.
There's no boat. I was saying there's no freaking boat. Like
There isn't? I thought we came here on a boat.
No, we did, but he said he wasn't gonna come back
Until the next
like,
morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said we just have to make it until morning. He's
I
coming
know,
tomorrow.
but you already told her that, and she's like, "Oh, you gotta get out of the
Well, yeah.
I forgot. I'm sorry. Anyway.
It's okay.
She's not in her right mind. It's fine.
Yeah,
In
we'll go with
shock,
that.
yeah.
We'll go with that. So pretty much they want to stay down here because they know that they can be safe from any of the combat. They're not gonna join you guys up there.
Mhm.
But they do tell
Well,
you
The other
What?
question is, do any of us really want to risk it? They're able to spread some sort of disease. That makes a lot more of us that could be infected by it.
I don't like the idea of being trapped down there.
I don't like the idea of having some strange disease that turns me into an undead.
Look, I
Like
will
I've almost
protect you.
died twice already.
I will protect you, or if necessary, I will heal you. But
That's what that scroll was for.
Yes.
It's to make sure that they don't get you.
yes.
Would you? It seems like you've pretty much figured out everything that happened here. Would you want to buy into the story? Maybe it could help.
Yes, actually, that would be really helpful. We've pieced together a lot of it, but not everything.
Well, the other night I was studying in the library when I had a sudden premonition of danger from Procan himself. I heard whispers in my mind that led me to this place. And when I came down here, that was already here. She points to the skeleton.
I look at the silver
Seeing
coin.
that this area was safe, or at least was guided that way by Rokan. I found Aaron and Morley in the kitchen and was able to get them down here and close it off before those undead found us. I saw a corpse. These undead things. They were dripping wet, shriveled and discolored, as if by long immersion in the sea. And they stalked the rooms, and when they seemed to be searching for other living people. So I sealed this door, and miraculously, it missed us. It kept scratching at the floor, like it could sense us, but it couldn't find the way in. And when the first glow of dawn appeared, they all fled.
Well, it's good to know they don't like sunlight.
We could actually all hide down here. I could put the door back and use the potion of gaseous form to fit the cracks.
How do the rest of you think?
Then it's
Somehow
just a
managed-
matter of shoving the potatoes out of the way in the morning.
I think
was
if
that,
we're
Sekald?
all what?
If they do manage to get down here with us, we're all cornered.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly.
Aaron went up this morning in search of survivors, and he found none. And the last thing
don't
I
think
heard
there
from
were
him
any.
was that he was going to ring the bell if any ships passed by for assistance.
Yeah.
given everybody that we found a proper burial for what it's worth.
You should probably take the time and, commend their souls to the deep
And
and
it
see
is
that
at
they
this
do not
point-
become undead themselves.
And is at this point you all notice that there's no rays of sunlight coming in through the crevice.
Well, time to go to work.
Okay, vote. Are we staying down here or are we going upstairs?
Someone should still
I'm
stay down here with
I'm
them.
staying down here. Since the
I'll
door.
protect them if you want me to.
You are the fastest.
As long as we close it off, I think we'll be safe down here.
If you think you'll be safe, we'll guard the kitchen. That way, at least they don't know where you are. Let's make the kitchen our defensive position for now. That's our only hope at this point. There's only 2 doors in there anyway.
We'll stay at the kitchen, and then if we need to, we can retreat to the tower.
All right, everybody back out. We don't have much time. The sun's already down.
If any of you peek, do any of you peek through the crevice?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Because there's a nice little blurb here. As the last rays of the evening sun slant across the dark waters of the bay, you catch movement from the corner of your eye along the beach. A dark humanoid standing silently in the surf. You're positive it wasn't there a moment ago. Within the next crash breaker, you lose sight of the intruder in the deepening darkness. When the spray clears, the figure is gone, and night has fallen.
Thanks,
Sometimes
I hate
it feels like we're gonna die tonight.
Wait a minute, what room are we in
What a
that we
terrible
saw
night
that?
for a curse. You're,
Yeah.
you're in the basement, there's like a crack in the roof, the ceiling that leads outwards towards the beach. It's
All right,
it's very
first
small, just
floor.
enough that your eyes can look through.
What
the
is
old
the kitchen
stone
in the
masonry.
first
Okay.
floor?
The kitchen is, you see the,
Isn't it the top right corner? Top right
I was
corner
gonna
with
say
the
the
like
top right
broken
room?
tables.
With the busted
no,
tables?
that's the dining room. This,
Yeah, the lower left corner.
the lower left corner where you see the area with 2 spots where it's like almost fireplaces. That
Uh-huh.
room is the kitchen.
And that I
Yeah.
would assume that ladder is the descend into the secret tunnel below.
Mm-hmm.
Secret, yeah, that's the descent.
That's
So
where you
there's
guys-
3 doors in that room then, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we could hold up there.
Idea on barricading one of the doors with the table, most likely the one leading out.
I like
Yeah.
that idea. That's
Yeah.
a very good idea.
Katie, set up a couple lanterns in here while we start the barricade.
Woo! Lanterns out. Put them in their
So
places.
we're in what room is it on the map?
We're in the kitchen. It's not the bottom left, but close to the bottom left. It's got 3 doors in it.
It's got
Okay.
3 doors. It's got what looks like 2
Okay,
fireplaces.
okay,
Little
yeah.
Yep.
fireplaces. Yeah.
3 doors downstairs. I mean,
Yeah,
stairs down.
okay.
3 doors down. Something
Okay.
like
All right. Josul's gonna barricade. I gotta go use the little merchant's room.
Okay.
I will assist with the barricading. I will help move around the tables and help secure the walls. And if there's time still at the end of it, I would try to take some broken furniture, like just boards or anything that is available, and try and board up and plank the windows.
Okay. Let's see. The windows themselves are fairly small, and they're high enough up that you think it would be very difficult for anything to try to climb in from the outside through the windows.
Okay.
I'll
after the
say they're like
barricading-
old school glass windows where they're actually built into the wall. They're not slide open
glazed.
ones or whatever.
Right.
So you don't need to worry about the windows. But so some of you are, I think Josul and Axel are getting wood and nails, which there's plenty of it throughout this hermitage that you guys can find, and use that to barricade the doors that lead outside.
Is
Yeah.
the front door still barricaded?
You guys went in through the front, didn't you?
Did we? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it was barricaded at all.
It wasn't. It was broken.
Are
open,
there-
actually?
It looks like it on the
This
map.
is a fortress. Is there like an archer's catwalk over the main gate with arrow slits and things?
Let's see.
Not anymore.
There were some arrow slits. I'm just trying to find where they're at. The top of the east tower. The tower on the right had arrow slits in it.
Yeah, I think he's talking about this like wall all around it. Oh, it does look like there is a ladder to get up to it at least.
That area, that room that had like the empty kettle for oil. There was that trapdoor that led down to Stinky Room, but then there was also the murder holes that led down, and those rooms have arrow slits for the front doorway. Yeah, but I think
he's talking about on the exterior of the building, like surrounding the garden and stuff. There's that wall. There are stairs that go up to it, so it's got to have like a what's that word? Is it like a palisade, the thing that you walk on?
Yeah, there's
parapet.
There are
Maybe
many
that?
areas. With arrow slits.
Yeah. So after we're all done securing the perimeter and blocking things up,
it takes an hour to get the supplies and reinforce the doors.
Yeah, I'll ask Sekald if he wants to go and take pot shots with cantrips at Walking Dead.
As you finish up the last door, you see outside.
We got company.
Humanoids. Really close. They're like inside the wall in the garden area up above, and they're like getting to the door that you've just finished nailing up. Okay, and it is at that point that we will roll initiative.
Oh boy, where is everybody? Where did everybody want to like
kitchen
be? Oh, motherfucking nugget titballs! I'm a lucky halfling. Sorry, I rolled a 1.
Wait for it.
Oh, Sekald, no.
It's not another 1. Okay. I got an 8.
I got a 9.
Oh.
Okay.
I got a 10.
Oh my god.
10. 8. 8 for Abby. What was Axel's again?
9.
Josul?
14. I rolled a 10.
Katie?
22.
And Bryn?
I also got a 22.
Who
Yeah.
has better decks?
Mine's I got a +5.
You?
I was about to say, if you both had +5, that'd be interesting.
No, I have +4. It's fine.
Okay, and before we get started on this, I also need to go to the little Dungeon Master's room. So we will be right back, folks. Once I set up the music.
For death.
Okay, music's going. All right, we'll be back.
My anxiety is like.
Okay, hello everybody, welcome back. Sorry we took a bit. They were doing a little bit of, we were just making sure where everybody was at as this all started. Just so context, when the initiative started, there was a lot of banging on the front door, and Axel's right on the other side of it because you were just finishing barricading that door. That's the northernmost middle exterior door on the first floor on the map that you guys have.
Are there gaps big enough in the barricade for me to get a finger through?
A finger? Yes. Actually,
Well,
no.
yeah, 'cause
no,
it's-
there's not unless you purposely do that.
I mean, I feel like I would have built the barricade with an eye towards like having shot holes, right? Like it's solid enough that it's going to delay, if not obstruct
I
these
mean, there
zombies
is
entirely.
a chance, though, that they could get their fingers or swords or whatever in there
Okay.
to pry it open, but...
Well, that's the
So-
thing, is if they start reaching in the other way, then
Well,
they're
yeah,
going to
then
make a target out of
pokey
themselves.
poke.
Since this is
Yeah.
all Theater of the Mind, and this module is not made for Theater of the Mind, it was definitely made for a map, and you guys know where everything's at. For the viewers at home, I'm just going to go one at a time. We're using our initiative just to do it in order. Not technically your turns, but I would like to know where everybody's at when this starts. So,
Up front.
Oh, hey, actually, all of them
Katie.
are together in the room with me, so...
Katie, where would you
Me.
be?
All right, so where I would be is, since everybody was mentioning needing a vantage point, I
gonna
would have gone upstairs, opened the door at the top of the railing upstairs into that room that faces out to the front, and had it open so I could stare out one of these window slits, because I know that if I need to, I can run out that door and basically jump off the balcony and slow fall down
So
to get to
the tower to the east, the rightmost tower, smaller tower, the circular room with that door.
think
Nope,
she
not
was-
not the circular room. The room at the very front of the second floor map. There's a
That
room
had
with like
it
Three
had the poop,
tables?
it had the poop trapdoor.
Yeah, the one on the map that has 3 tables on it.
yes, the 3 tables. I want to
Okay.
go in there, and so I
Okay.
can look out. But
Mhm.
I could come right out that room and jump over the balcony to get downstairs if I need to fast.
Gotcha. Okay, so you're up there. So since it's your turn first, you would be the first to see after everyone hears them like going at the door that there's a mob of them at the front door.
I didn't get a chance to say it. Can I say that while we were prepping, I cast aid on a handful of them before we had split up?
Yes,
Okay.
because you
then
guys
I'm
had
gonna
an
cast-
hour, and it was mostly I think Axel and Josul in that hour barricading.
Okay, then yeah, I'm casting aid on Josul, Bryn, and Katie at second level, so each of you get 10 temporary hit points.
How long does that last?
All right.
8 hours.
Okay, good.
That's not temporary hit points on aid. That's hit point maximum.
No. I'm like 80% sure it's temporary hit points.
I'm looking at the PHP description in 5e tools. Each target's hit point maximum and current hit points increase by 5 for the
Yep.
duration.
Yep, it's not temp.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's actually pretty nice.
So nice. I get 10 extra hit points.
Oh.
That means if I get healed, I get healed those 10 extra hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for every spell level you do higher,
shit.
it's an additional 5.
That makes it so much more powerful. It can stack with your monk abilities.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited.
So actually, we'll go to we haven't technically started combat, but Bryn, where would you be?
Don't know. I missed the thing because I was going to the bathroom, so I don't know where everybody decided.
Okay, hang on.
Bryn had like an hour to like set up and prepare where you'd be. So where
Okay,
would Bryn think they would be the most useful?
Oh God. Okay, so
Go to the Discord. I'm gonna send a picture of where I have everybody
okay.
so far that has named where they're gonna be at least. That's the second floor. So I think it's Sekald in the closest arrow slit to the kitchen on the second floor, Katie on the one facing towards the north end of the island. And I want to say Axel is at the back door of the kitchen on the first floor. Right?
Okay.
This is where I wish I could do some critical role shit, and I just have this really nice miniature map set up for you all.
I was trying to position myself at like the first obstacle they were going to come to, and just start picking them off from there, and then just fall back into a choke point where I could get them.
Did you want to be on
so
first floor or second?
you're on the first floor at the front door where they're at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So if that's the case, then I can just stay on the second story balcony and just rain hell on them.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay. What's the range? How far away are you from the door? So
Well-
you're 70 feet away from the front door when you're up on the balcony.
Spell sniper, so
Yeah, just
Yeah.
in case somehow
in
that's
case
still an
distance
issue.
becomes a problem. Okay.
Yeah. Also, for context to how far away you're fucking sniping these things, like a badass. So I got that. Where's Josul's in the kitchen, right?
Yep.
He's panic eating. No, I'm joking.
I mean, not completely false.
And then Abby, where's Abby at?
Where is Josul?
In the kitchen.
Probably then at the kitchen, at the door to the kitchen.
Josel's in the kitchen with Abby. Josel's in the kitchen, I know.
A-B-Y-I. I don't know.
Mostly cooking.
Watch out for Chica.
Hey!
And all that leaves is Bryn, our fighter.
No, she's not a fighter. If I was a fighter, I would know where I would supposed to be.
You're a rogue, right? That means you're faster.
You have the crossbow with the super bolts or
Yeah,
whatever,
that's
right?
what I was thinking, because I have the 2 swords and I could do that, but I also have the crossbow with the +2 bolts, and I could go above and start shooting at them. But when things get in, I could go into it.
Okay, so
So
you're upstairs
and
with
I
Katie
don't-
then.
Yeah, I'll be with Katie.
That's what I was gonna say, because Katie doesn't have any range.
I have darts.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's a
she
dart.
said that
It
like
does
3
1
times
damage,
now.
sweetheart.
Yeah, like
No, it's
I
D4.
said, she has no range.
Darts are D4 now.
Oh, that's a vast improvement from the single point of damage they did before.
Thank you. A
they?
D4 plus 5. Thank you.
Aren't
A
they?
D4 plus 5. Yes, they're a D4 now.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And because I'm throwing them, I get to add to them. I think. Let me double check.
Do you have a blow dart gun? Because that would increase the range.
Wait, hold on.
I think that increases the range, yeah, from thrown to like a significant range.
It's not much more, but I mean,
No, I didn't bother to get a blow dart gun.
you just need to find a
Oh,
hollowed
wow.
out reed and you're good.
She just needs to find a lantern that has an automatic dart firing mechanism.
Yeah.
I think there's probably a length of copper pipe that hasn't been bent up yet.
You find a tinkering
Where?
gnome and he's just got like a crank Gatling dart gun.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, distractions aside, so we got where everybody's at. So now we'll actually start initiative. So Katie, initiative starts when there's banging and stuff on the door. They do the classic cinema ninja zombie, where somehow these loud undead, shambling undead things, you don't hear them until they're like right on the building. So you can actually see that, you can just barely see them through the arrow slits. They're within range of you attacking, if you'd like. Some of the do you have dark vision?
Oof, no.
Okay. You just see like a bunch of dark humanoid silhouettes. You hear swords hacking at the door too.
Okay. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Will one of my lanterns fit through the arrow slit?
I will say you could rest it on the arrow slit, yes.
No. Will it fit through the arrow slit?
I'm gonna roll for that. I think I see where you're going. I think you should throw oil on him first if you're doing that.
Oh, there's oil in the lantern. I just have to make sure it breaks when it hits.
And it will, because it's like a over 10 feet fall at least.
Mm-hmm. And-
it would
That
just
is
fit. You wouldn't be able to like
26
chuck it through, but you could like squeeze it through arrow slit.
All right. I want to try to squeeze it through and then just throw it down so that it hits something to shatter on the group.
And it's
Okay.
lit, so it'll burst into
Yeah.
flames quick.
That's
Okay,
kind of.
so you don't need to roll to hit or anything because it's just you pushing it through.
Mhm.
You can't really aim that or anything.
Nope.
And for funsies, I'm gonna roll dex checks.
I'm Katie just thinks to herself, I think a little light would be good. And as I take the lantern and start to shove it through, I'm like, I'm so sorry. I did love you too. And I shove it through and let it go.
I rolled a nat 1. So,
Yeah.
Oh.
Katie, roll me a d6.
All right. I got a 2.
Okay. So, hey, you can see out there now. There are quite a few creatures. They look like zombies out here. Quite a few of them have
Barnacle-covered zombies.
Yeah, quite a few of them have rusted long swords. And some of them don't have anything on them. And all of the ones that don't have any swords on them got hit by your flames and are kind of on fire a little bit. So every round at the beginning of your turn, I'm going to say they take a d4 unless they attempt to put it out. So there's like 3 without weapons, and there's 6 with weapons.
Nice. So
all at this door.
Bryn sees just a little tear going down at Katie's cheek at the loss of the lantern.
Oh no. It's okay. I'll get you another one.
That's actually a good transition because it is Bryn's turn. Hey, guess what? You have light out there now.
Cool. This is a stupid question, but I don't know the thing. Can I use panache on these things?
Can you explain what panache is?
Okay.
Kind of
as an action, you can make a persuasion check contested by a creature's insight check.
Mm-hmm.
On a success, a hostile creature has a disadvantage on attack rolls against targets and can't make opportunity attacks against targets other than you for 1 minute, or until one of your allies engages it, or it's more than 60 feet from you.
Oh, see why not? It doesn't say anything about.
Yeah, you're within 60 feet, so yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I say.
I know you literally just said it, but what do I need to roll against you?
Insight.
Okay.
And it's persuasion, so I say, "Hey, get out of here!"
I would like to think the panache is, since this is like a zombie movie scenario. It's just like, hey, over here, tasty food over here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a distraction.
Yeah. So as a 21.
Okay, I got a nat 20. They failed.
I'm
not going to say what their
plus 12.
I'm not going to say what their total was, but I just think it's funny that I rolled a nat 20.
Oh wow.
Rogues, man.
They're undead. It's whatever. So they just like, and they stop. Some of them stop attacking the door, and they're just like trying to reach up towards you. And I like to think you just have your arm like you're going like this, you know. Give them the bird.
You've seen gestures out the window.
Mm-hmm. So that's your action, right? That takes an action.
Yep. And I don't. I don't really want to disengage or hide or dash, so I guess I won't do anything.
Oh, also, is that only one target, or is that like?
It
sounds like a single target thing.
A hostile creature. A hostile creature.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the zombies is like trying to reach for you, kind of.
I'm trying.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah.
But that's all I can do.
After you, it's Josul's turn. Josul, you can hear them starting to bang at the door in the front.
Alright. I pull out the single holy water that either Axel or Abby gave me many, many moons ago for an undead encounter we had ages ago. Might have been Axel, because I think I used the one Katie gave, or Abby gave us. So I pull out that holy water. So I got my marrow spear in one hand and the holy water ready to chuck in the other one. And they're going to get a holy water first group of them I see.
Okay,
but
you head out.
That's my turn, basically.
You head out into the foyer, and then you head to where the noise is, and Axel's at the barricaded door where the attacks are going. There's no visible. Technically, they got total cover right now.
I'm
enemy.
gonna stay 30. Well, what's the range on holy water?
With you can splash
10,
it up
30?
to 5 feet. If you're within 5 feet, you don't have to roll. If you're gonna throw it, it only has a range of 20 feet. I just put the
Ugh.
rules into those.
20
All
feet.
right, I'll
20
be
feet would
20
put you
feet.
right outside the entryway room.
All right, I'll be 20 feet from the door so I can hit the first one of them that gets through.
Okay.
Actually,
Splash the
you're
rest of their friends. Thankfully,
Actually,
all
you're
of my friends will be unaffected
inside.
because we're alive.
right.
Yeah,
Well,
Axel's
some of us are
inside.
dead inside.
Wow.
Yes,
Yeah,
but on
no,
the inside, not on the outside where it counts.
I am in fact inside. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, if you weren't inside, I would have had combat start much sooner. That would have been kind of comedic, though, where you're just like outside and you're like, finished. You
Oh,
just turn
finished.
around and they're just there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
That would have been
Um,
brilliant, but no.
Oh, yeah. Next is Sekald.
So, I do want to be real specific about one thing real fast.
Mhm.
This says on a point within range. It doesn't say you have to see it. It doesn't say it has to be anywhere, just within range.
Okay.
I'm about to wreck shit because I'm gonna upcast Ice Storm
Oh.
and put the entire sphere right outside the door.
Yeah, you can
Right outside
you
the
can
front
definitely
door?
do that. So, Bryn, your hand immediately is like, "Brr, that's cold," but not really because you don't get cold damage or anything.
I'm on the opposite side of the building. Remember, I'm on.
I know,
Hey,
but Bryn's
Yes.
Bryn's
No,
hand is
Bryn
sticking out
has
the
her hand out
front where the
window,
storm is
flipping
at.
them off.
So Bryn pulls
Wait,
her
no.
hand
Is
in.
are you doing it at the kitchen door or the front door?
No,
The
she-
front door where all
Oh,
of the
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
critters
okay.
are.
So that's
So-
con saves, right?
Dex saves.
I gotta roll 9 of those.
I apologize.
But not too much.
What's the DC?
17.
Okay. Okay, this will be easy to figure out then. Okay. 4th roll. 5th roll. 6th roll. Yep. 7th roll. 8th roll. Callie, your dice are failing me. And 9th roll.
They're helping me. They serve one purpose.
1 passed with 18 on their check.
Nice. So that
One of them got a
is-
-1.
Oof.
Nice.
So that one is going to be the only one that takes half of 36 damage.
Ooh.
Do you want me to specify the difference between
It's-
bludgeoning and cold damage?
No.
And that also turns the ground right outside into difficult terrain.
Does that
until
do
the end of
anything?
my next-
Does that do anything to things that knocks to 0?
Unfortunately, it doesn't specify. Cone of Cold does, but
Okay.
Ice Storm
I
does
always-
not.
I always confuse the two. Just wanted to be sure.
I imagine they just freeze in place like icicles and then just shatter.
Well, instead of being a cold blast, this is bludgeoning from above.
Yeah, this is
It
a,
probably
a,
just
a
gets smashed into
hailstorm.
goop.
That's a magical
Exactly.
They get
hailstorm.
smashed by
You get
bludgeons
hit
of
by fucking golf balls made of ice.
right.
There's a horrible howling wind and clattering of hail and ice outside as you see Sekald do like a mage like hand claw like and just
What was that?
a lot of the moaning and groaning outside. Don't hear it anymore.
I can't even see anything.
And
There's
I
a lot
don't
less
have to see
scratching on the door. It actually stops for a brief moment. And they're immediately after you. So,
I mean,
Oh,
I don't have any reason to use my bonus action or move from this spot, so I'm
Right.
good.
okay. Can they even make this check? No, they cannot. All right, so those guys are yeah. Okay, so for a moment, Sekald, being the only one that fully realizes what you just did, you think you just killed them all, like destroyed them all, and then right when you're like about to have a sigh of relief, you hear like as swords hack at the doors from the outside. And Bryn and Kade see that 3 of them are frozen solid on the door like this. One of them was reaching for Bryn, because that was just so much cold damage. I'm just going to say they're frozen. They're not like ice frozen solid, but they're definitely like not moving, standing upright. And the ones with swords, all 6 of them, are still up. And they're hacking at the door with their swords. Now let me see, because they have rules for the barricaded doors and such here.
Wait, what are they going on there? What is their initiative order? Because there's no space between me and Sekald.
Yeah, well, I didn't know their
They are the
initiative
same
at
as
the time.
Sekald, but I had Sekald go first. Because they have lower decks for sure.
They're between you and
So they are, in
Oh.
fact, between me.
Yes.
Okay.
Vivacia is giving a D10 to Kade. So
Ooh.
there you go, Kade.
Thanks, Vivacia.
Vivacia.
Sweet.
I never remember your name. I'm like, I know I'm going to butcher your name, because every time you give us something, which is really awesome, I mess it up. But regardless. So, you get that D10. You can add that to your character sheet.
Woohoo.
Okay, so they do have to roll to hit. So I'm just gonna. They attack really fast for zombies. Those of you that are at the arrow slits up at the top that are observing this. Oh, the fires, it definitely out.
Yeah.
They are
Oh,
not
yeah,
on fire
definitely.
anymore.
Kind of warned her as soon as I had the idea of doing that I was going to put those fires out.
I'm here for any of that.
Okay. Just rolling to hit. Oh, and that one. I'll have to remember that. Yeah, this is fun, isn't it? Me rolling attacks. Huh. Okay,
best.
so... The doors are broken through.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
That didn't
And
take very long.
As they're broken through, they broke through before they even all finished attacking. So some of them are going to attack Axel
Oh boy.
as the doors break open. And as they do, one of the frozen ones just like falls in, just not moving. Because it was pretty much leaning on the doors anyway. And they come in and they're moving a lot faster than you'd expect. And they're fighting with their long swords. And they go to swing at you, Axel. Axel, roll me a D100. Because I'm going to start with the one that Nat won.
I'm gonna roll the D100. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
Because you are being the badass, being like, yeah, I'll be
23.
23. They swing and they go Josul, right in front of you. The long sword goes and lands in the ground right in front of you. And your ready to action was to throw holy water, was it not?
Yep.
Roll to hit, non-proficient strength. Or dex, I think.
Dex, please.
Yeah, it's a throne, so you can use either.
Yeah.
So wait, non-proficient? So how does that work?
Because you're not
Just your
proficient with
dex
throwing
bonus.
weapons.
It's just plus your it's considered an
Unarmed strike, yeah.
no, not an
So I-
unarmed improvised weapon.
Oh,
I
yeah.
So
just
it's
roll and
just-
add my Dex mod?
Yes.
Oh, all
Yep.
right. Okay. Dirty 20?
Yeah, that definitely
Smaller.
hits. How much
Okay.
damage is that? I know that's acid damage.
2d6 radiant damage.
Ooh.
Hat. Aw. God damn it.
No.
3,
Well,
and their friends all splash 1.
It
that how it
sizzles.
works?
It definitely does damage.
One of them gets splashed, and then it splashes everything around the initial target, and they all take.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it does. It makes sense.
Okay.
No, Blake. water is a wonderful conductor of lightning.
Also,
I mean, electricity.
Holy water, doesn't it cost
It
like
is.
100 gold or something stupid?
25 worth of silver.
Oh,
we
no,
had
it
like
costs
buckets
50
of
gold.
silver.
It costs 50 gold to buy.
If
It's still
Right.
very
Yeah, but we're
50 gold
casting
buy.
ceremony to
Silver
make it.
We had silver dust lying around. We
Mhm.
found it as treasure somewhere, so we were like, let's just make holy water. What are you do with this stupid silver dust?
And
So we just made holy water.
the last one that didn't get its attacks in, it yeeted its longsword. So its other attack is it claws at you, Axel.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, do the other ones have? No, it actually does not claw at you. It just tries to like punch you. With its offhand,
little
as
slam
it was
attack.
taken by surprise. 16?
No.
Okay. Then it is your turn.
So, how many friends do I have immediately in my proximity?
6.
How in
Wait.
the hell do I have 6 proximal?
I think he means he was assuming
Adjacent
you meant
targets.
jokingly friends. Friends. I think he means allies.
I mean targets. How many actual targets do I have?
6.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I have 6.
Okay.
So like they got all around me, huh?
Yeah.
Well, they swarmed in the door.
They're kind of like squished in the doorway, essentially.
That's super cool.
I'm gonna say the
Um,
one that was attacking you is the only one that's technically in the place right now.
Okay. Wheel.
And you hear like
Yeah, fine. So,
from the holy water as like the barnacles on them actually explode and pop, and like blue pus goes.
yeah, no, this is fine.
The blue
how-
pus immediately turns black and fizzles as
Oh, I hate
makes
it.
contact with the holy water.
That's charming. How messed up are these guys looking now
They
compared to
look
when I
like-
first
they
saw
look
them
like
through
they've
the
been
hole?
dead for a few years.
Sure, that's helpful.
That's one of my favorite things about undead. How bad did they look? They look like they're dead.
Yeah, fuck these guys.
Okay.
No, that's okay. I'm just gonna start laying into some suckers. So, I will.
Do you start with the guy that doesn't have his weapon anymore?
I sure do. No, actually, do you know what? I'm gonna prioritize the guys with swords.
Okay, fair enough.
Because fuck those guys. So, I'll take 2 swings with my big old hammer.
Okay, let's do
Um,
damage one at a time.
Yeah.
Just in
Okay.
case if you do down one, at least then you can.
So I'll pick the one that's furthest to the back of me. So
Okay.
whoever got the most around me first.
Okay. They
and has
all
a sword.
have the equivalent of leather armor on.
Okay.
Might have been more at one point, but very water
Alright.
damage.
Dirty 20 for the first hit.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Okay. And so that's gonna be 2d6 plus 5.
It's magical weapon, if I recall.
It is a magical weapon, and it's a very magical weapon. It's 15. 15 bludgeoning for the first hit.
15.
Yeah.
Uh,
I get
You-
plus 5, and then 2. I roll 2 5s.
you do the Doom Eternal on the little zombie guys, where he just like bops the top of their head, and their head just goes into their torso. With your maul.
I love that move.
Just like.
And
19 on the
that
second
was,
attack.
that was 15 damage. Okay.
It was.
And then 19 to hit also hits as you go for another guy.
Yep.
Or maybe gal. I don't know. Gender's really hard to tell at this point.
Okay, so that's gonna be 14.
If anybody would be
14.
studying, the pelvis bone would give away their gender.
I mean, okay, but
That's
we're not
true.
really taking time for anthropology, so.
Although I
Yeah.
think the only one of us qualified for that would probably be Abby, since she's got the high medicine check.
I
Just
think
making a
Katie's
comment.
trained as well.
Oh, Katie. Okay.
We're a little bit busy
You
for color
shatter
checks.
you shatter their pelvis bone, and they just fall over.
Swell. Okay. And yeah, so I will make sure to position myself.
It appears that the
That's fine, like,
cold
they can't
mixed with the
get past me.
acid really melted them down.
Yeah, they shouldn't be able to move past me in the hallway without provoking.
Okay, sweet. And that's your turn.
Yes.
Okay, Abby.
Oh boy. Okay.
You hear them break through the barricade because you're technically not inside of it at your current position.
Yeah. So I am going to go through the door, and I should be able to get to Josul with my movement.
Sorry.
25 feet.
Because you're half.
And I am going to touch him and myself and use a second level spell slot and cast Long Strider on both of us.
Ooh.
So are they standing in like in the deadfall area now where like the boiling oil would have been poured in times past?
No, they're like literally at the door and out and a little bit outside the door.
Oh, okay. So I haven't given them that much quarter yet.
No, you're being a good wall. Being a sentinel.
Yeah. I'm just hoping that Sekald can like poke his head down through that little hole and get a target.
And then
they're still visible for everyone that the arrow slits in the Sekald through the balcony sniping.
Okay.
And then tiny little tank that is me is going to step in front of Josul.
Oh, that's cute.
I can throw stuff over top of you. It's fine.
I mean, my AC is way higher than yours, so if they aim low, you're safe.
Josul, you have half cover.
Yay!
You have halfling cover.
Yeah. Although, to be honest, most walls have more AC than I do.
Katie.
No, low AC, high hit point.
They look like they're starting to come in. You can just barely see them through the arrow slit. Maybe get a few. I can't hear you.
I'm muted. Hi. How far down are they from me? Is it 20 feet
I'll
or
say
less?
10 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna take out a vial of holy water, and I'm gonna try to toss one down, just like, and try and drop it on one of them.
Okay.
From up here.
Well,
You just drop it on their head and it shatters on their noggin.
Remember,
going for.
it's improvised.
That's fucking
and you're-
brutal.
Unfortunately,
I'm rolling with my D10 that I got from Vivacia, so just give myself a bump.
if you get a crit, I will say you don't use the D10.
I did not get a crit, but my total.
Same with nat ones for all of you guys. Like if there's bonuses people give you and you use them and you get a crit fail or success, I'll just consider you didn't use that bonus.
My total without proficiency, because it's improvised, is 21.
Woohoo!
You hit it right on the head.
Okay, so that's 2d6, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Of
And
radiant
then
damage.
1 splash damage on all of its friends.
Cool. Ooh, 10 points of radiant damage.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All of them fall.
Oop.
As they pretty much melt away.
Jeez.
Wow.
Got him!
Now that's teamwork, people. Well
I-
done.
I know it was not intentional, but the music chose that exact moment to like
Stop.
chill
It,
the
like,
fuck
ri-
out, and
right,
it's
that moment, just,
really
like-
weirded me out. Oh,
Wait, how many of them was that altogether?
I think
How
it
many
was
bodies
six.
do I see?
9.
10?
9 bodies.
That's only 9 of them. Where's the other
No,
20?
there were only 9 that were visible and stuff so far.
They're gonna
Um,
be on the other side.
Axel.
Hey.
They all they get splashed by it and just and they all start to fall over.
Ugh. It smells like.
And one of
Gross.
the one that you caved its head in,
Hmm?
it grabs your ankle.
Hey.
And then the holy water hits it and it just stops moving.
Get off. Okay.
Yeah, you go to kick, and because they're very brittle from the cold damage, the arm like breaks off and it's still attached to your leg.
Can I just just for kicks and giggles, can I make an athletics check to try and like football punt the head out the door?
Kicks. Yeah.
Ah,
You have
Ooh, I got a
advantage.
19 on the die.
You have advantage because why not?
I'll take it. I'll take just the 19 on the die and whatever other. It's a +8, so it's good. All right.
You see it go. You see it go over the outer walls of the hermitage. It probably landed on the beach somewhere.
Nice. So, is that it? We need to check around the perimeter and make sure that's everything.
I
I
counted
would.
30 when we were underwater.
Yeah, I'm
This
sure
is
there's
only
gonna
9
be
of them.
more.
Well,
That
good.
leaves 21 more at least.
I point at. Oh wait, no, it's not my turn. I
We're
just
out of
yell
initiative now.
at. Oh, okay. I point at the floor above me at where I know Sekald is and cast message and ask, "Hey, do you see anything? We're clear on this side." You can respond.
I was gonna say you could probably just holler. You don't have to cast.
Well, I don't know if. Oh no, it's a balcony there. I thought it was a stone wall.
I mean, there's a hole.
Oh yeah. I didn't realize it was a balcony. Like if it was a stone wall, then I don't know if my voice would really carry. Yeah, I yelled, "We're clear here." What do you see on your end?
Scotty, what do my Sahuagin eyes see?
You see a bunch of frozen and acid-burned undead that are
Sekald
now
actually
dead.
could turn around. There's an arrow slit right behind you that looks directly on the opposite end of the island.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's what I was
If he
asking.
sees anything
Oh,
out on
perception
the
check
island.
then.
All right. Where's my perception? There's my perception. I had to perceive my perception.
Hmm.
How perceptive.
17.
That's called insight. No, I'm kidding. All you see are the crashings of waves on the shore back there.
Even with dark vision?
Because you have dark vision.
Okay. Then the
Everyone
response
else would just hear it.
then the only response is all clear.
Okay, it's time to
And-
reset and go again.
And that
Yeah.
is where we'll end it for tonight.
So
First wave.
Ah.
First
oh my
wave.
god.
And you see,
Ah.
like, wave 1 fade off, and wave 2 start to click on.
Wave.
Here comes back.
Uh-huh.
It's just almost like,
So
wait, that was only 9. There were more than that.
Yep.
dun,
Oh, I'm a merchant. I count. That's what I do.
Don't worry, guys. I'll turn this into the day after tomorrow real
Yep.
quick.
That's what I'm hoping.
And this isn't the house at the beginning of 28 days later. Or 28
Yeah.
days later. Anyway, so, since we're ending there, plugs. And I think we'll start with, Katie.
Oh, wow. Hi, I'm Jeanette. You can find me on my channel, Uncanny_Adventures. Tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time for some Skull and Shackles, D&D 5e adventure. And also on Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for some Call of Cthulhu in the Old West, where one of our players here, their character has been close to death forever, managed to survive a mountain that exploded behind the group that was running for their lives. I'm very impressed.
Very lucky.
Very lucky. Very lucky.
Got
But
a lot of luck.
luck sometimes runs out in Call of Cthulhu. We'll see. And other than that, you can find me on this channel every Saturday at 3 p.m. for the Chaos Cruise Wild Adventures, where you
Chaos-
never know what we're going to get up to.
I got a name. Chaos Cruise Crazy Crusades.
I love it. But other than that, you can follow me on Twitter, which is in my tagline below. And if anything new comes up, I usually post it there.
Sweet. We'll go with the Josul next.
Oh, well, in that case, stay tuned. While we won't be live next week, we'll be recording a session of the Mystery of the Silver Fleet, hopefully. And if all goes well, there will be a fun and exciting adventure. The party just recently got their newest mission to go travel to a mysteriously haunted ring world. A ring world created, for those of you not aware of the term, a ring world is a world basically built in a ring shape around a sun. Its megastructure size is the equivalent land mass of 10,000 Earths, just for reference of the sheer size of what they're going towards. So, this might be a very large part of the campaign, pun intended.
We might have saw it and went, whoa.
Possibly. Might have been a bit of a choir in the background as you looked at it, yeah. But no reference to the game, of course. This is the science fiction ring world, similar to the novel ring world, or the ring worlds found in other science fiction video games like Stellaris and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the electric guitar comes in.
Okay. Up next, we'll go to Bryn. Hey, Callie.
Ah, I'm so caught off guard. I have Callie, Cap Callie on Twitter. And you can commission me, not right now. I forgot. I'm not doing commissions. But you can look at my art. And I might happen to be that character that is almost dead who survived in Jeanette's Call of Cthulhu game on Tuesday. So check that out. It's a day right before my birthday, so hopefully Jeanette's nice to me.
Jeanette, be nice. Kill her quick. Be nice. Just end it quick.
That's the nicest part of Cthulhu. That's just as you can get.
Just have Cthulhu just come up behind her, just done.
Cthulhu pops up and goes, "Happy birthday."
Thank you, Cthulhu. I really appreciate that.
I'm gonna go meta here, but how much is Cthulhu's sanity damage? Is it 2d100, I think?
Oh.
Remind me after the chat to send you all the Filk "Hey There Cthulhu." It's a parody sung to "Hey There Delilah."
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need that.
That sounds wonderful. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Actually, that's a good spot to go. We'll go to Axel next.
Hey, get ready for action! Get ready for adventure! Get ready for an ongoing murder investigation on the next episode of Quantum Rose. Our heroes are still trying to help figure out what happened to the disappeared gnome warlock, and untangling the mystery of the great, gross, dead orc that had a weird, creepy hurt locker. They found a rather shady merchant that had been surreptitiously stealing snaps of innocent female crewmen on the station from the security net, and had a weird kind of nerd nest. He was immediately smote by our paladin. One shot of the poor bastard. But now they have to.
Good paladin. Good point.
Now they have to solve for the actual missing persons part. So they've got a suspect, and they've definitely got a motive, but they don't have a body yet.
No, they got a body.
Well, they got a different body. They got the. They still don't have the
goo.
Yeah.
Goo.
Depends on how hard they were smited. If there's a body.
Well, okay, so
Didn't he crit?
The term goo is used.
I think he did, in fact. Yeah, he smote. I know he smote him.
Was it over 50?
No, but he didn't have a whole lot of health either. He was a fairly unfit fellow, and he did not have any class levels, so
Oh, rip.
he went down like a bag of potatoes. But it is true that they do come upon a small person-sized puddle of goo tucked between two storage containers in this upcoming episode, and have to suss that whole thing out. So there's a lot of investigation, procedural stuff, and come watch. It'll be fun.
Sweet.
We're on YouTube /backchan.
And cast.fm, right? Castbox.
Yeah, castbox.fm.
Abby.
Hi. Yeah. So most of my stuff in the following week is not necessarily going to be streamed because I'm still working on getting that down, but I will hopefully be getting a channel blowing up soon, so we can post our Vampire the Masquerade stuff and maybe some of the other stuff that we've done.
Can't wait to sub.
Yeah. Not this Friday, but next Friday is
Christmas.
It is. Yes. Yes, it is.
I'm sorry. You're no retroverse for the rest of the year. I'm sorry.
I just realized that the Friday after that is New Year's Day.
Oh my
It's
God.
the first.
I didn't realize that.
So yeah, we
actually.
may be doing some like one shots thrown around. But keep an eye on here. Like 99% of my games, I think, in fact, all of the games that I run that are streamed here. So if you want, keep an eye out there. And if you happen to know us and are in the Discord, we may be throwing some games up around the holidays.
There's also something else super awesome for you, Mrs. Award-winning writer on the DMs Guild. Didn't you say you just got silver on that?
Yes, it did. Birds of Paradise, a fantastic Aarakocra and Kenku supplement that I wrote with Florian from Poison Potion Press, has now hit silver, and I'm super excited for it.
Yay,
it is also in a it's a racial supplement like bundle on drive-through or on DM's Guild that I'm blanking on.
I think it's on both. It's like the holiday special bundles.
Yeah, but go check it out. It's Birds of Paradise. It's super great, and I love it, and I'm so proud of it.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
And on that note, this is the last game of the year, except for a Christmas one-shot that I do every year. The only problem is I need to figure out what to run. And you know how you could help out with that? You should go onto my Patreon and go vote. You don't need to be a patron. You can just vote. Right now, I got a dead tie between... I keep forgetting what the last one's called, but it's like Yule Tide, I think. And then there's one that's just everybody's kobolds.
That
So
sounds funny.
both of them are going to be holiday one-shots. Whichever one you want to see, we'll be running that here on Christmas Day. Because the Backstreet
Maybe it's
Boys
Kobold
reunion
outside.
tour has made it so family can't do a thing there at that time. So I'm open. I'm hoping a lot of you are open to go witness our jolly fun. And on that note, thank you so very much for watching, and we'll see you next year.
Bye, everybody.
Wow.
Goodbye, 2020.
Yes,
Good
goodbye.
riddance.